Hi folks, welcome to KZ Trapping Productions. What we're going to do today is cover how we skin a beaver. Now this is a very large male beaver. He weighs 61 pounds. We caught him this morning in a 330 conibear. So we're going to go through the process of how we skin this thing. This one actually should come out to be a super blanket on a board, but that's a whole nother video. So we're going to go through that and hope you enjoy it. First thing we're going to do right out of the gates is we're going to start down here at the tail in the very center. Now, there's three main things we're going to use in this process. Your first, get you a pair of, just straight up from the Dollar General store. They'll cost you $4. These are tree trimmers. This is a beaver fleshing knife. And then we just have another skinning and boning knife. We're going to start down here in the very center of the tail. Get in there underneath the skin. You want to be careful not to cut through the castor glands. And you kind of want to just go right around the very edge of its anal opening. And then get back to the center of the beaver. Go around the other side here. This is where a good sharp knife will help you. And you just go straight, literally straight up the center of the beaver. All the way. Once you get him going here, we're going to go all the way up through and bring it out the chin. Now, he's skinned all the way from the tail, straight up the belly, all the way. Then what you're going to do is down here on the tail, kind of let the hair go back a little bit and cut straight across. So it'll give you a good starting point. Alright, at this point, this is where these bad boys come in. In West Virginia, we have to tag in beavers. So let me get this tag off of here and I'll show you what we're doing with it. You don't need the whole foot on a beaver. But right there where the pad stops, you can take these loppers. Just go through it real easy. Come back here on the back side where you cut through. There's one. Here's two. I can get him out of here. And there's those. Take your beaver and flip him over. And then right here on the back foot, where that pad stops, just go right in there. Now, what I like to do at this point is just twist it a couple good times. That'll break all that loose in there. And at that point, all you got to do is just follow the gaps. And there's the back foot. Do the same thing on this one. Take it, twist it. There you got your beaver's feet off. We'll flip him back over. Your beaver knife. Just start working it in there. The sharper these things are, the better. If you go in here with a dull knife, you can cut holes in a beaver, even though they are a tougher hided animal. So don't go doing things and trying to get in a hurry and ruin perfectly good beaver hide. I have done it myself. Come home, got a lot of things to skin. First thing you know, you got a hole knocked in it. And all you're doing is just taking that and going right underneath it. You can see pretty easy on a beaver where that juncture is between the fat. As you can see, I'm just going right down through it, little bit by little bit, trying to keep as much meat off of the skin as I can. And yeah, we're just about down to the point now where I'm going to start going through the legs. The back leg is already skinned down to it. If you get into an area that's tight, do not just start cutting to be cutting. That is how you will cut holes in it. Now, I will promise you that when you do, you will say words because you realize that you just may have messed up a very valuable beaver pelt, especially if it's a super blanket. And just keep going and going around, getting through that where you know you can, keeping some tension on the outside of it, that'll help. Get down through all that stuff. Now when you get to the foot, here on the front, come in here from the outside, and right there where you can see it ending, take your knife and push it through there and just start working it around. And you're not going to cut through anything. And by doing that, there's that bone. Then you can just kind of take your knife and work around it, down through it. You can see it right there. The front leg is out. Come back in with your beaver knife. Come back here. Do the same thing on the back leg. Find that gap, push that knife through, pull it back, just kind of start working it around. That bone there, pop through the hole you just started. You can also roll them up on their side when you do this, and I apologize that I got to roll them away from you. Stand with the camera set up at. There's that leg, it's through. One thing I will tell you, if I haven't already, I may have told you already, don't cut the tail off this thing until you're done. When you get over on the back side of this, you're going to be happy you've got it. This old boy is just plumb dang full of castor. You feel those casters in there, and they are rock solid, man. So anyway, keep going in here, weaseling your way down through it. Oops. About got more than a bargain for right there. Flip him over, get my sharpener here, give him a... If you don't know how to use one, learn how to use a steel. They are so much faster and more effective than a lot of these other things out there, these V-shaped sharpeners. We've all got them, but they're great for doing stuff in the field. But if you're working in a shop, get yourself a steel and learn how to use it. Keep working him down here. As you can see, this process really doesn't take as long as what a lot of people hear that it does. So we're just going to keep going down here. If you don't know, the casters are located here on either side. So are the oil sacks that are in there too. Take it upon yourself, if you're going to catch some beavers each year, learn how to get them out of there. Learn how to get them out right. Dry them out, you know, beaver caster. Even if you don't sell it, a little bit of tainted beaver meat, some Dobbin's bait solution. Take those casters, grind them up in there, and you can make one killer canine bait. Just the beaver meat by itself does an excellent job. Now here we're back to getting this front leg through here and all that stuff, and I got it. That one went through a lot easier than the first one did on the front leg. So get up here around his teeth. And that initial incision that we made right out of the gates, that is going to be the only one that you make on this thing the entire time. You're not going to cut anything else. Back leg, and then kind of work your way around it. Pop it through. It's in a little better position this time. I can show you now. When you get down here on this back, you're gonna leave meat on it. Don't kill yourself trying to get in here and get this thing to the point where there ain't an ounce of meat on it. It is not worth your time. The toughest part of the beaver, I just cut into his belly right there. Yeah, it's always better to err on the side of caution. You cut into one's belly, it's not that big of a deal. You cut into the hide of one outside of the, or inside the money square, then you're getting ready to take a loss on your profit. So a lot of people don't trap for any kind of money or anything like that. They do it for the fun of it, and that's the reason I do it. You know, I just make these little videos to help people out. And that's just because I like doing it. But at the same time, I do sell them, and I'm sure most of you will too. You want to get as much out of it as you can, especially if you've got buddies that trap too, because you want to be able to sit there and tell them, oh yeah, well I made this much trapping this year. Stop and think about it though. In all actuality, you probably didn't make a penny, because by the time you add in gas, traps, baits, lures, and all that other stuff that you have to buy, you'd be lucky to break even. Don't tell my wife I said that though. So anyway, we're going to keep working through the back here. Just keep going up. Make sure you keep your knife where you need it to be. All this meat that's being left on the back here, don't worry about it. If you want to take the time to clean flesh one, you can. You're probably just wasting time though. Especially if you got a bunch of stuff to get skinned. They flesh just about as fast with it on there as they do without it on there. We'll keep working it up the belly. We're about to get to the head here, so we'll keep him coming. Like I said, once you get up past that belly area right there, now's where we start going. Get that thing, get you an area where you can lay him out here real good, and start letting the weight of this thing help you out. You've already got all your legs cut loose. That's not a problem. Don't wear yourself down, man. Let the weight of that beaver hide help you skin. I am convinced that's why God made their fur so thick. Actually, I know that doesn't have anything to do with it. It just has to do with the fact that they're in the water 24/7, and half the year it's cold, but nonetheless, y'all get what I'm saying. So, right in front of the legs, the front legs, it will get a little tougher, but slow down and take your time. Once you get through that little barrier right there, and you will see it when you skin it, right here on top of the head about where the neck starts. At that point, you pretty much got him on the down, by the horns on a downhill drag. Now I'll switch over here to this, and hopefully you can see it. I'm just going through, and you can see that white membrane where it separates. I'm going around the back of this thing. When you do get to the head of a beaver, slow yourself down. Right there's one of the ears. And you know, a good rule of thumb is if you don't know where the ear or the eye is, they're not hard to find. Take your hand, stick it up underneath that hide, find it, and then just go slow and you won't cut yourself. It's not that big of a deal. Of course, I've got buddies that have made it a big deal before, but that's because they were in a hurry. Like I said before, just take your time, you'll be fine. It's when you stop taking your time and you get into a hurry that you can, and I promise that you will, hurt yourself doing this. Just like setting a trap. I guarantee you, if you stop and think about it, the majority of the times that you've set one off on your hand, it's because you were in a hurry. Keep going through there, cut through the eye socket, or through the eye membrane, excuse me. Now beavers have kind of a ridge right in front of their eye, so go careful when you get to it. You can get through that. There's also a lot of fat on the edge of a beaver, aside from the obvious part, but as you can see here, I'm skinning this beaver. I'm not having to pull on this thing at all. That hide dangling there is keeping that white membrane exposed for me and making it very, very easy for me to get through here and get this old boy skinned. And like I said, this is a big one, so it should be a super blanket. So I don't want to get him in there and get him all messed up. So I'm taking a little bit more time because I'd like to get full value out of him when I sell him. But not the fastest beaver skinner under the sun, but it is effective and easy to do it this way. So take it for what it's worth. Just keep working yourself down. You're going to get out here around the end of the nose. The beaver's nose drops off pretty darn quick. So they're about like a bobcat. You get out there to the end of it and you're working on him. Put that finger up in there. Figure out where it is. You see that black go through. Go down, stay tight against the gums. there you go. You have a beaver. It is completely skinned. Again, my name is Chris with KZ Trapping Productions. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll have some other ones out here soon.